Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we are starting to read the Animorphs book, Animorphs number 6, The Capture by K.A. Applegate. And this book is narrated by Jake. Let's start. My Kindle will work. I'm Jake. Just Drake. You don't need to know my last name, and I can't tell you anyway. My story is full of small lies. I've changed people's names. I've changed the names of places. I've changed small details here and there. But the big stuff is true. All of it. The Yerks are here, on Earth. That is true. The Yerks have made controllers of many humans. They have inserted their gross slug-like bodies into people's brains and made them into slaves, controllers. That is true. Controllers are everywhere. My town, your town, everywhere. They can be anyone. The policeman on the corner, the teacher in your school, your best friend, your mother or father, your brother. I know. Because my brother Tom is one of them. Tom is a controller, a slave to the yerk in his head. If he knew who I really was, what I really was, he would have me killed or turned into a controller like him. That's what my world is like now. A world where the enemy is everywhere. Even sitting across from me at the breakfast table on a Saturday morning, which is when this part of the story begins. Hey, midget, what's up? Tom asked as I sat down. That's one of the things he calls me. Actually, I'm kind of big for my age. Almost as big as Tom. But it's a joke we've had for years. You know how it is. Not much, I said. What's up with you? Oh, I'm going to a meeting. The sharing? I asked, trying to sound casual. The sharing is this group that tries to pretend like it's some kind of combined Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. It's really a front organization for controllers. The leadership council of the sharing is made up of high-ranking controllers. Yeah, we're doing some cleanup in the park. You know, do our part for the community and all. Then we're having a barbecue afterward. He gave me a serious look. You really should join, you know? We get to spend more time together. I felt a wave of sickness. I try not to show it. It wasn't Tom talking. It was the yerk in his head. The yerk who wanted to take my body and use it as a host for one of his fellow slugs. As I sat there across the table from him, I was trying to decide something. I was trying to decide whether I would have to ever destroy him. Destroy my brother, who was not my brother. Not anymore. Maybe I will join someday, I said, like when hell freezes over. I added silently. I poured myself some Wheaties and milk. So you'll be out for a while? All morning. Mom and Dad are out playing tennis. You'll have the house to yourself. Throw a party. Uh-huh, I said, and spooned up some cereal. It was hard not to just yell at him, to let him know that I knew all about him. What he was, what he was doing. At least some of what he was doing. I have been spying on my brother. He was rising fast in the leadership of the sharing. He was a very loyal controller. The yerk in his head had been promoted, and he was involved in some new plan. A very big new plan. A plan I had to stop. Even if. Well, take it easy, midget, Tom said, sounding just like he'd always sounded. You too. I waited till Tom was gone. I was alone. It was time. I went through the house, room by room, making sure no one was there. Then I got the little matchbox I'd hidden in my desk drawer. I could hear a scrabbling noise coming from inside. I slid the matchbox open. I shuddered. It was a nice, big cockroach, brown and glossy and about an inch long. Its antennae waved eagerly. The roach tried to force its way out of the box, but I held my hand over it. I could feel the roach antennae tickling the bottom of my palm. It was pushing, trying to get away. I focused on the roach. I thought about it. Pictured it. Roach stopped moving and lay still. Not dead, just quiet. The way animals always get when you acquire them. I slid 2 fingers into the box to get a better contact with the roach. It felt hard and dry. I shuddered. I absorbed the cockroach's DNA pattern. It's becoming part of me. The DNA, the genetic pattern of many animals was a part of me now. Tiger, dolphin, flea, falcon, trout, green anole lizard. I have the power to morph, to become any animal that I can touch. The power was given to us, to me and my friends, by an Andalite prince moments before he was murdered by the Yerks. I have flown through the sky on my own outstretched wings at more than 100 miles an hour. I have been a dolphin locked in deadly battle with sharks. I have felt the awesome power of the tiger and experienced the terrible loss of self, the emptiness and horror of becoming an ant. It was the gift of the dying Andalite, a powerful weapon for us to use in resisting the Yerks. It was also dangerous, deadly curse, like any weapon, I guess. And now I was preparing to become a cockroach. It would be the ideal way to infiltrate the Sharing's new headquarters building. The leadership meeting was in a couple of days. I wanted to be there, but the Yerks had grown cautious lately. They knew we were out here. They believed, wrongly, that we were a group of Andalite warriors, but they knew that morph-capable enemies were hunting them, opposing them, hurting them. Sometimes hurting them very badly. Tom, my brother. Could I destroy my own brother? You don't have to make that decision yet, I said aloud. All you have to do now is try out this roach morph. All I had to do now was become a cockroach. Cockroaches are not my favorite animal. But I knew a cockroach would be ideal for penetrating a guarded building. Roaches can go anywhere. You may have noticed that fact. I put my dog, Homer, out in the yard. I closed the curtains in my bedroom, making it dark as possible. Man, the things I do with my spare time. I muttered. I thought of calling Marco and asking him to come over. Marco is my best friend. He's the one who actually came up with the word Animorph. No, I said, do it yourself. The others were all tired. We'd had a rough time lately. Too many close calls. We needed a rest. Time to deal with normal stuff like school. Our grades had been suffering since we'd become Animorphs. Besides, this had to be my decision. Tom was my brother. I took a deep breath. I braced myself. I took another deep breath. Okay, Jake, I said, let's do it. The first mistake I made was standing in front of a full-length mirror. It was dark in the room, but there was still enough light for me to see the changes. Big mistake. Morphine is never pretty. It is always unpredictable. In fact, if you saw it happening and didn't know what was going on, you'd end up screaming for about 2 weeks straight. The first feeling was of shrinking. It's exactly like falling, like you're falling forever. I watched myself shrink in the mirror. It didn't look as bad in the mirror as it felt. But what really did look bad was my skin as it began to be covered by an armor plate of brown cockroach shell. Ah! I yelped in surprise. My fingers melted together and formed a single, many-jointed bug leg. Antennae jumped out of my forehead. They seemed to stick out forever, then curl back like they were being blown by a wind. My waist was squeezed, and the lower part of my body swelled, forming a swollen insect abdomen, swollen and brownish yellow with ripples, sort of like the Michelin Man. Then, when I was about a foot tall, I felt the last of my bones dissolve. I could actually hear it happening. My spine had been grinding as it shrank. Then suddenly I heard a squishy sound as all my internal organs lost their bone support. My skull melted away. It was the last sound I heard clearly, as my ears and human sense of hearing faded. I was a bag of loose guts, almost deaf, half blind as my human eyes shrank and the lenses became distorted. My exoskeleton got harder and stiffer and stronger. My wings, glossy and crisp, covered my back. They overlapped at the edges like the metal plates of a suit of armor. Extra legs suddenly sprouted from my chest. Only it wasn't exactly a chest anymore. I was a stunted 6-inch long bug with a few disintegrating strands of brown hair and shrunken but still somewhat human eyes. Not attractive. Not even slightly. Then I lost my eyes. It took a second to even realize that I could still see. Then, oh yes, Yes, I could see, but not the way I saw with human eyes. A weird, wavy mountain seemed to wrap all around me. My clothes, they looked different. Blue and green and gray. Kind of. It's hard to describe exactly. I couldn't see very far, just a few feet. And what I could see was shattered into dozens of little images. I saw little bits of vast fibrous walls, my socks, and dark tunnels made of thick slabs of what could have almost been wavy, corrugated concrete. The legs of my jeans. The fibers of the carpet looked gray-green to me, and as big as ropes. My hairy, jointed roach legs would catch in the fibers as I tried to move. I felt the roach brain surfacing. I'd been through it before. It's different each time, depending on the animal. Sometimes it's a bunch of raw energy and fear that takes over your own mind so you think you're going crazy. But not the roach brain. I didn't feel great hunger. I didn't feel great fear. Roach was calm, confident, unworried. I laughed. I mean, in my head, I laughed because I no longer had a mouth or throat or anything at all that would make a laugh. I was so tensed up, expecting the cockroach to be a bundle of energy and fear. But mostly, it just felt like resting. The roach brain wanted to take a nap. Cool, I thought. It's gross. It's disgusting. Mark and the others will hate the idea, but when I tell them how easy it is to handle vibration, Caray, what is it, Caray? Light. And that's the end of chapter 1. So that was great. That's great ending there. Hey, I got total fucking handle on this cockroach thing. It's so calm. This is going to be easy. Oh shit! Oh god, I don't know, fucking hilarious to me. And not so hilarious in this chapter, we get reminded of a big part of one of the plots, subplots, plots, depending on how big you want to think it is, of the Animorphs series as a whole. Jake is fighting this war to save his brother Tom. But because Tom is a controller and his body is being used by the enemy, any move Jake makes could potentially make Fisher 3 pissed off at whatever yerks in Tom's head. Which means that if Jake has this great victory, it's like, yay, we stopped the yerks doing this one thingy-majig, that Tom could be killed. And that Jake could lose his entire reason for fighting. That would be fucked up. That'd be nice, happy, fun time. So, yeah, it's fucking extremely dark for a goddamn kids series. It's like, hey, here's like a book cover with people morphing into animals. Isn't this so fun? And then it's like, they're going to might have to kill his brother. His actions might get his brother killed. Hang on, I'm going to Google. Is there? Okay, hang on. What is the term for brother killing brother? I know patricide and matricide out my head. see. Ah, fuck. I'm an idiot. Fratricide. From the Latin words frater, brother, and sida, killer, or sedum, a killing, both from blah blah blah. This act of killing with one brother. So, fratricide. Yeah, isn't this great? A dramatic reading of a fucking kid's book, and we look up fratricide. So, hey kids, put that in your dictionary, like, no, not like your journal. Put this down as your word for this word of the day: fratricide. Brother killing brother. Yay! Or killing your brother. I guess a girl could do fratricide, so. Yay. Oh god, see what I mean? Like, people that don't really have never really read the series don't know how fucking dark it is. And this is just the first chapter of book number 6. We're still really early in the whole Animorphs series. And it's like matricide. Hey! So, if you have anything you want to say about this chapter, please comment down below and let's start a conversation. Just be aware, no major spoilers. Minor spoilers, or maybe even like hints of what's to come without being clear and being extremely vague. Sure, you can comment down below, but the thing. Hang on, I'm still recording. Okay, hang on. I was talking to my husband there for a second. And the thing is, I don't want any major spoilers in the comment section because I'm hoping people find this series through my videos, like it sparks an interest in some people. So everyone who has read the entire series knows that there are many twists and turns. So they need to be encountered, for better or worse, your first time reading and you not knowing what the fuck's going to happen. And if this video is the first time you've really heard about Animorphs more than, isn't Animorphs the series with those children morphing into animals on the cover, and weren't they really funny cover looking? And you would actually now like to read Animorphs number 6, The Capture? If you are watching on the YouTubes, link in the description, and if you're watching on my blog, link down below, and both links will take you to where you can purchase your very own copy of Animorphs number 6, The Capture by K.A. Applegate. And if you are really still wanting to talk spoilers to me, maybe you have this like fan theory, if you are watching on the YouTubes, there's a link in the description to my Tumblr Ask box. If you're watching on the YouTubes, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're watching on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, then, go choose the follow by email option and you'll never miss another post by me, for better or worse. Whew, okay, now sort of the real life segment where I sort of talk about something that interests me right now. Or I update on my real life. Sometimes it's like, sometimes it's not about my real life at all. But anyways, for Thanksgiving, I hope, first off, that everyone had an awesome Thanksgiving. And so this was my first time spending Thanksgiving with my in-laws. Previously, I would always head down to where my mom and grandparents live and have Thanksgiving there. And so it was good. There was a lot of food, and how they made the turkey, I believe they actually deep fried it or something. It is fucking delicious. Oh my fucking god, it was good. That was good. But actually, the thing that actually made me eat way more than I should have was this ham. And it was already like glazed. It was already sweet enough as is. But then there were also like these baked apples that you could put on the ham if it still wasn't sweet enough for you. And oh my god, yeah, after eating, I found a chair and I fucking took a nap. Like, I was like, I'm not really talking to anyone or anything, so I'm just gonna doze off here. So, yeah. Yeah, I really dozed off there, so. And please, if you have some nice Thanksgiving stories, please comment down below. And now is the Hopeful Wishes segment, where I say some hopeful wishes and I drink. And tonight's drink of choice is water because I still don't have a webcam yet again, and I have props for the sake, so yeah. So anyways, you can actually join in two ways. The first is you can submit your own hopeful wish. Just comment down below, and next episode I will read it. And the other way is you can drink along with me. Drink your favorite alcohol, liqueur, or whatever the fuck's lying around. And if you don't drink for whatever reason, not here to judge, you can drink water, tea, coffee, etc. So. And no one submitted any hopeful wishes this episode, so I will make up some things. First off, I hope everyone's doing well, both mentally and physically, so you don't have to deal with any fucking medical bullshit. I have like a doctor's visit nearly every day this week, and yeah, I can tell you, it's like, yeah, you, gods, yeah, I don't really like it. It's hectic. Especially, I'm getting new doctors since I moved, and no one really should experience that bullshit. I hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving and that there weren't any major fights with the family. You know, that'd be good. I hope that Riff Reisner continues to recover very quickly. Right now, he's doing very good. He's walking around, moving around, he's driving. He's having physical therapy usually every day each week. So he's doing good, so I hopefully continues to do good, so I won't have to do so much fucking housework, which really takes up a lot of time and makes a lot of stress. Oh, God. It's like, well, I wish the dishes would get cleaned. Oh, yeah, I had to fucking do them. But now he's at least are cooking a little again, so that's very good. And now I will drink. If you want to join in with me, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And that's it. Next episode will be more of Animorphs number 6, The Capture by Kay Applegate, and it will air soon, before I go to sleep. Gosh. And until next video, goodbye.